Pick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
Henry Cejudo releasing a statement of sorts. Everyone's been asking, is he actually retired? Is he actually walking away? I still think it's not 100%, but have a little look at what he said. He put up a picture with him and Dana on on Instagram and said some nice words. Thank you for the awesome experiences, Uncle Dana White. I will forever be grateful. Thank you for taking a chance on the sport that people thought would never make it. To all my coaches and fans, it's been a wonderful ride. Triple C is out. And there's a microphone. Presuming he means a mic drop there. Hashtag retired on top. Hard to argue that he didn't retire on top, right? Going out with the belt.
Yes and no. Okay, like if you look at who he was targeting to fight in his title defense for in the bantamweight division, he was looking to fight Aldo and or Dominic Cruz, right? Which are guys that probably didn't deserve a title shot, but have bigger names compared to let's say the up and coming guys in the bantamweight division. So it almost seems like Henry Cejudo was planning his retirement from months and months ago. He just wanted to beat a big name, somebody for the resume and defend the title and almost have the easier path to victory and then being able to retire. Another thing that I don't like about the Instagram post is I don't understand why people keep calling Dana White Uncle Dana White. What is the purpose of calling him uncle? You know what I mean? It almost seems like Henry Cejudo, he's not really retiring. He's kind of like apologizing to Dana White in the UFC right now because his plan of retirement has failed. They just ripped him from the rankings. They stripped him of the belt already, and it's like unprecedented how fast they've done that, right? After somebody has retired. Usually it takes a little bit of time, right? Because it's like retirement is like a belly button. Everybody has one, right? In MMA. And but the UFC ain't playing around with Henry Cejudo. I think like they're kind of pissed off at what he's trying to do. And this is the repercussions of playing games with the UFC. Henry Cejudo, he puts out this statement, but next week, I think like a recent interview, he was saying like the only way he's gonna come back if he has a fight against Volkanovski. Is like, man, I don't think the UFC would ever do that. Why would they reward a guy for retiring and leaving two divisions without a champion with another title fight against Volkanovski? And Volkanovski,
Yeah.
of course, he's gonna want to fight Henry Cejudo because he wants to take the name.
Let's look at that. Alex Volkanovski tweeting about it. It's on the screen now. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"Let's do it."
Yeah.
Because he put up a little graphic from an interview Cejudo did. Henry Cejudo on the fight that would bring him back. Honestly, if there's one fight that would really wake me up, that would be worth it for me to be like, "Hey, man, I'm willing to put my credentials on the line for somebody." It would be fighting Alexander Volkanovski at 145 pounds. Then I'd be C4. So that's a reference to a new nickname. He would advance like Pokemon from Triple C to C4. Yeah. So things like that, I look at those and I think that's why people find it hard to believe you're retired because it seems more like a negotiating ploy. And we all saw what happened with John Jones trying to get this Francis fight. Seems like Henry can't get the money he wants from bantamweight and especially flyweight. Going up featherweight seems to be a little bit more money there, and that would be a huge fight, especially if they did it in Australia, right?
It would be a big fight. Does it make sense to put this fight together? No. Would I like to see that fight? Yes. But is it going to be more money than compared to a fight against Dominic Cruz or a bantamweight fight? I don't believe so. Volkanovski he's the champion of the featherweight division, and he's beaten Jose Aldo and Max Holloway and Chad Mendez, but he's still growing as a star himself. You know, what I mean, he's not established to where they're gonna put big money out there for both these guys to fight each other. I just don't see it happening with the UFC, even though it would happen in Australia, and maybe they might give Cejudo. I don't even think they would even give Cejudo in that contract to fight him pay-per-view points, right? They would just give it to the champ because he's the champ. But yeah, it's just like you said, Cejudo's just trying to angle himself into making more money if he does come back to the UFC. And picking Volkanovski as his next opponent doesn't make any sense. It's not going to make you more money. You need to go chase after like some lightweight or something. Go after Khabib, right? Go after him. Why not? You know, like if you want to make money and if you're willing to risk your health, go after Khabib. That's the money. Go after Conor. That's the money, right? At 155. Skip, that has never been done, right? A guy that won the bantamweight belt and jumped up to lightweight and fought for the title and won it, or even just fought for the title. If you want money, go up there. Don't mess with Alex Volkanovski. That's not the money fight. Alex Volkanovski needs to beat Max Holloway. That's the fight they're gonna put together. So I don't know. Cejudo's just, I don't know if it's manager, if it's him, and they're just colluding together and creating these conspiracies and ideas and just throwing stuff on the wall and saying like, hey, let's see what the UFC snatches up. I have no idea, but none of it's working. None of it is appealing.